You know, there's this universal truth about parenting that nobody really talks about until you're knee-deep in it. Kids can be incredibly stubborn. I mean, we all know that one child who, when faced with a simple request, turns into a tiny brick wall, arms crossed, and a look that says, "No way, not happening." It's like they've got this superpower to dig their heels in deeper than a stubborn mule. And if you're a parent, you've probably found yourself in that moment, staring at your child, wondering if you're negotiating a peace treaty or just trying to get them to eat their broccoli. First off, let's acknowledge that stubbornness isn't inherently bad. It can be a sign of strong will, which is a trait that can serve them well as they grow. But when you're in the thick of it, battling over the simplest of things, like putting on shoes or brushing their teeth, it can feel like you're facing off against a tiny dictator. You might find yourself thinking, "How did I end up here? I'm the adult." But here's the kicker. Engaging with that stubbornness can actually be a learning opportunity for both of you. So, what do you do when you're confronted with this little force of nature? First, take a deep breath. Seriously, just pause for a second. Kids are like sponges. They pick up on our emotions. If we're frazzled, they're going to push back even harder. So, grounding yourself can make a world of difference. Once you've taken that breath, try to understand what's driving their stubbornness. Often, it's not about the shoes or the broccoli. It's about control. Kids are trying to assert their independence, and that's a natural part of their development. Instead of battling it out, try to give them a sense of control in other ways. Let them choose between two pairs of shoes instead of just handing them one pair. Or, if they're resistant to broccoli, ask if they'd like to dip it in ranch or cheese sauce. This way, they feel empowered, and you're still guiding them toward the outcome you want. It's all about finding that balance between authority and autonomy. Another strategy is to set clear expectations and consequences. Kids thrive on routine and knowing what's coming next. If they know that after dinner, it's time for teeth brushing, and that's non-negotiable, they're more likely to comply. But be sure to follow through. If you say there will be no story time if they don't brush their teeth, you've got to stick to it. Consistency is key. You may feel like the bad guy in those moments, but trust me, it's about teaching them responsibility and the importance of following through on commitments. And let's not forget the power of humor. I can't tell you how many times I've turned a standoff into a giggle fest by making silly faces or pretending that the toothbrush is a rocket ship. Kids are naturally drawn to fun, and if you can make the mundane entertaining, you're halfway there. It's amazing how quickly they can go from defiant to delighted with just a little creativity. But here's the thing. Even with all these strategies, there will still be days when you feel like you're losing the battle. And that's okay. Parenting isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every moment of stubbornness is a chance to teach them something valuable, whether it's about negotiation, consequences, or just how to handle frustration. So, when you find yourself in the trenches with your stubborn little one, remember that you're not alone. We're all navigating this wild ride together, learning and growing right alongside our kids. And who knows, maybe one day that stubbornness will turn into tenacity, and they'll thank you for it.